We've seen some absolutely deranged hires in Trump world, but this one, this one might just snort the whole cake. Allow me to introduce Thomas Fugate, or as I like to call him, Tommy Fugazi, the new 22-year-old who Trump has now in charge of Department of Homeland Security's Center for Prevention Programs and Partnerships. This kid's grubby Cheeto fingers are now responsible for millions in federal grants to fight terrorism and school shootings. And what's his resume look like? Let's take a look. Just a few years ago, this dude was bagging groceries at a Texas HEB. Then he upgraded to mowing lawns. Literally. Landscaper, weed whacker, bush trimmer. No shade on honest work, but that's not usually your pipeline to top-level counterterrorism. Then he slapped a couple Heritage Foundation internships on his resume, did some bootlicking for the Trump campaign, and voila, now he's got a shiny office and a Homeland Security badge. Dude just speed ran a 40-year government career. Imagine working in government for 30 years just to be supplanted by this kid. We basically just got a 4chan incel chud off the street to head this department. Just think about that for a second. Be me, 22 years old, just graduated college with politics degree, worked at grocery store, did some gardening, campaigned for Trump because why not? My face when I get appointed to lead counterterrorism for entire nation. Keck, imagine being the Army veteran with 20 plus years experience who just got replaced by a kid who's never seen combat beyond Call of Duty, lol. That face when your qualifications are stocked shelves good and pulled weeds efficiently, now responsible for preventing school shootings, we eating good. My face when America's terrorism prevention is now run by someone who still gets carded at R-rated films. Be terrorist. Spend years planning elaborate attack, get thwarted by autistic kid who learned strategy from Fortnite. Let me help put this into perspective for you. Imagine you hire a plumber, you get a knock on the door, and Johnny Sins shows up at your door. He's not the plumber you had in mind, but at least you can trust him to lay down some pipe. And you can trust that something will be drilled. Anyways, the point is, I'd trust Johnny to be a competent plumber more than I'd trust Tommy Fugazi here to prevent any kind of terror. That's for damn sure. Like, who are we kidding here? He's not stopping terror. He is the terror. There's even some Reddit mods out there more qualified than this guy. Although you won't find them on r/conservative. Not gonna lie, I sure do wish I were a fly in the briefing room watching this guy introduce himself to the team. Just imagine the shit show we'd be witnessing. All right, team, I know what you're thinking. Who is this Zoomer and why is he here? Sir, with respect, we weren't thinking that at all. What we were actually thinking was, is this a prank? How the hell did this happen? And how fast can I request a lateral transfer out of here? Look, I may not have any field experience or, qualifications, but I bring something else to the table. And that would be, I know how to trend on Twitter. I got 70K likes on my post shitting on the FBI, and I'm rock solid on CT Side, Inferno, and Counter-Strike. Isn't that what counterterrorism is really about? I don't want to live anymore. So yeah, it's safe to say that hiring Mr. Homeland Security here is a new low, even for the Trump administration. Just when you thought there was no more room for these fools to sink any lower, they show up with a 22-year-old autist wielding a jackhammer. At this point, these right-wing clowns will hire literally anyone as long as they kiss the ring, suck the boot, and call Trump daddy. Kash Patel, Kristi Noem, RFK Jr., Dan Bongino, and now Captain Counterterrorism. It's like they're trying to assemble the shitty MAGA Avengers, and half of the country voted for this shit. Thanos, please snap me out of this nightmare.